Did you hit record?
Hmm?
Did you hit record?
Yeah.
All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm Will,
My name is Sheldon.
and then we're part of the Rundown 5, but this is a separate segment that we're doing. We're doing a DC podcast, basically talking about everything that's going on with Arrow, Flash, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and Batgirl. All the stuff that's going on.
Yeah,
So let's dive right into it.
Yeah, so I know Arrowverse coming soon, Flash, all that. Crisis on Infinite Earth is gonna be really good. It's a lot to talk about actually.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that. Like, at the end of the season of Arrow, Oliver saw them, like the Monitor met Oliver,
Yep.
even though because they talked before, and Oliver was, before when they showed the previous conversation, he was like, "Are you gonna help me save Barry and Kara or not?" So I know that Barry and Kara are supposed to die in the comics. That was like the whole death of the Flash and death of Supergirl. But what exactly is Oliver planning on doing? Like, I know he's supposed to take either Barry's spot or Kara's spot.
Yeah.
But what's going on there?
See, I think that Oliver took Barry's spot only because that. So if you saw the Flash vanishes and in the like Infinite whatever in the Crisis, so Barry was supposed to do that, right? But Oliver switched spots because the Monitor said, "Oh, I see your death," but Oliver wasn't supposed to die, but he's alive though.
Well, he said, "I see your death in the Crisis."
Yeah.
And either way, he's still going to the Crisis, so that's still pointing at Oliver's death.
Yeah.
And if you look at the end of, like, again, at the end of that episode of Arrow where they go back to the future,
Yeah.
and Felicity meets with the Monitor,
Mm-hmm.
he goes, "Where I'm taking you, there is no return."
Yeah.
So does that mean he's taking her to, like, the afterlife where
He-
Oliver is?
Maybe, maybe not.
Because that was a lot of, like, what a lot of fans were
Because she was like,
speculating.
"I've been waiting a long time to see him,"
Yeah.
but
Because, like, I know where he went, okay, the Monitor can bring him back, but in the afterlife, there's only a one-way ticket because it's the afterlife,
Yeah.
Once you go, there's no going back.
yeah.
So maybe if he did go to the like they are in the afterlife, and that's where he's
But
bringing
Oliver
Felicity.
Queen don't die. You gotta think about it.
He doesn't, but at the same time,
Because remember that time he got stabbed in the heart by Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah,
But he didn't die because his friend helped him.
that is true. They did save him before,
Yeah.
right when he got stabbed. But this,
Right in the heart, like right there.
yeah.
And
But this is a different time. We're talking about
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earth, so like,
that's the thing.
who knows? And
Yeah.
with the whole like the Flash vanishes in Crisis. If you guys see, we'll probably put the poster right behind us. But everybody was speculating when they first saw this at the beginning of the season, like the beginning of the Flash. Everybody thought that was when Barry and Ebarthon or Reverse Flash go back in time and fight Barry's mother.
Yeah.
I actually thought that. I don't know if you thought that too.
A little bit.
So that's what I thought where he said it vanishes. And then now that we have all this, information coming out, we started realizing that's not the case.
Yeah.
But I want to know, why was Ebarthon so, like, invested in helping, like, not helping, but trying to stop the Flash from vanishing with Nora?
Because
Like,
they're rival enemies.
They are rival enemies.
But they have like a bond kind of. It's kind of like a weird bond, but they're rival.
Flashpoint did mess me up at that
Yeah.
point. Like, damn.
But see, the thing is, time travel. It
You
fucks
know,
up. It fucks up.
Hold on,
every-
that is one thing I want to talk about. In DC, if you time travel and you mess with the timeline, DC's universe is completely ruined.
Yeah.
But in Marvel, I understand with the
Exactly.
Infinity Stones, they brought them back. They still time travel. Captain America saw his old
Exactly.
son. What is-
Loki gone.
Yeah, like,
Nebula shot herself.
what is
Messed
that?
up.
Like, Marvel. I understand.
How did Doctor Strange get the time stone back? Right? How did he get the time stone back? Think about it.
That
They
is
brought
true.
They brought
That-
it back. They brought him to the future, right, to bring everybody back. But then they had to put it back. They put all the stones back in place. But in the past, Thanos destroyed the stone.
So how does
like
Doctor
in
Strange
the
have
beginning,
the time stone again?
Thanos destroyed all the stones. He said. So how does?
Well, he didn't destroy them. He just turned them into atoms.
Yeah, Adam. But then how does Doctor Strange still have the stone?
Ice, right? Remember? He snapped. Glove disappears. Everything goes away, right?
Yeah.
From
Well,
where
look,
they
it
were.
disappeared. It was just broken.
From where they were at that point in time, right? The end of Infinity War, when they went to go murk my man's.
Mm-hmm.
did
They
work him.
when they were going back in time, they went back before Infinity War, bro. So they took the time stone from Shorty,
from the
brought it closer.
But still.
no, but still like
But then she said, but remember Bruce Banner said, he said, we're going to return the stones at an exact point in time.
They did. That's what Cap did.
Yeah.
That's why Cap came back old.
yeah,
Exactly.
But even though he brought it back,
So what happened to the stones still? He should still have the stone then. That's what you're telling us.
He does have the stone,
He don't, because
He
Thanos
does.
took it in the past.
bro. He didn't take. They had all 5 stones at the end. After the fight, they had all
that
5
was the
stones.
ones from the past.
Yeah, that was
They
the
took-
past.
Yeah.
So remember, they killed 2 Thanoses in the future.
My G, if they still took,
One
if they
for
had the
fi-
stone,
one
right?
for 5 years ago, one in 5 years. So
If
they
they
killed
had the
2
stones,
Thanoses.
they took them back in time, which would mean Doc would still get the stone from his.
So you say he still has the stone?
He still has the stone. It's still in his necklace. But when during the fight, he doesn't have it. He was taught magic,
So
so,
that's
he
what I'm
knows how to
saying.
do
What
all that.
happened? So why does he have the stone after Endgame?
Why does he have this on?
Why doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't have
he
it
should
after
have
Endgame.
it then. That's what you're saying. That's
He
what I'm
does
saying.
have it.
No, he doesn't.
He don't have it.
Say word.
He don't.
No, he doesn't because
He doesn't.
I understand what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
but at the end, like when they brought it all back, like all the stones back, it's still not, like if you heard what the keeper was saying, it doesn't change. It like or Bruce was saying, it doesn't change the reality that they're in now.
Yeah.
The reality that they're in now is set. What Thanos did, that was set
Yeah.
until they they did the re-snap. But when he did like when they brought everybody back and they brought the stones back in the past, it still doesn't change the timeline that they're in now. So Thanos still did the snap.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm
But
saying.
enough of Marvel, back to the DC.
Facts.
we got a little off topic. Actually, I want to bring up something. Batman. If you see Arrow, the Elseworlds where Barry and Oliver and Kara go to Gotham City, Oliver doesn't believe that there's a Batman.
Mhm.
Barry and Kara do, and what happens is they meet. Oh, what's her name?
Batwoman. They meet
Yeah,
Batwoman.
Batgirl. Yeah, Batwoman. And she goes, Batman has been missing for what 3
3 years.
3
and
years.
see that it connects to the movie. Like with Christian Bale, the actor that played Batman, it connects to that movie. Cause he supposedly was gone for 3 years after it was like a bomb he put in the water, and then he supposedly died. But at the end of the movie, he was alive. But he wasn't Batman anymore. But he was supposedly dead for 3 years, like missing for 3 years.
So I want to ask you, is Batman and the Flash and Green Arrow, all of them, did Batman go to the
Look,
you know
probably.
the multiverse to help with
Yeah.
the Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Cause
I
Batman though.
I believe that he did, and I think that's why Batwoman's going there too. I think that's why all the
Yeah.
superheroes are going because I think it first started with Batman. Then once Batman realized he couldn't help save, then the Monitor went to Barry and Kara, and that's why they disappear. And then once Oliver learns the secrets of what happened to Barry and Kara, he steps in.
Yep.
And then I think that's why everybody else is
Now,
following
what if-
afterwards.
Now, let me say this. Crisis of Infinite Earths happened, and Flash and Supergirl, they all come in Legends and stuff. Because the Monitor, he was in Legends in the last episode.
Yep.
But now, what if Barry ends up finding out that Oliver is supposed to die, and then he goes back in time travel? He's trying to save
He's gonna mess up the.
But he-
I don't
but-
know. I don't think he will go back in time because I think he knows now what happens when you go back in time, even though he's done it multiple times. If we saw Flash,
But you never know.
You do never know because that is his best friend.
Yeah.
As the person who mentored him. But I still think that Oliver will be like Barry, not this time.
Yeah.
Every other time maybe, but this time no, it has to happen.
Yeah.
But John Diggle becoming Green Arrow. What do you think about? Or not Green Arrow, Green Lantern.
Whew. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't know?
Oh, yeah, you didn't know that?
Send me my sand. What?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
didn't know that,
So
bro?
we're
John Diggle.
gonna play the trailer, or not the trailer, but the little clip of.
You have real steel in you, my friend. You can carry any burden thrown your way. Some unsolicited advice? Don't wait to work things out with Felicity. Our line of work, you never know how much time you got.
Not only is the lock cryptographic,
It's metaphysical. The readings I'm getting off this thing are nuts. And yes, that's a technical term.
May I speak with Felicity for a minute?
Sure thing, Barry. Oliver.
stop helping.
This must be strange for you.
Oh, what gave you that idea?
I don't know, maybe it's easier for you to hear this coming from Barry Allen.
Hear what?
That we're gonna be okay. People change, Felicity. It means we're growing. It means we're evolving. Except for one thing that will not change is how I feel about you. Love is too small a word. And no matter who you are or what you become, no matter who I am or what I become, you will always be the love of my life. People change. That never will. Jay?
No.
Oh my God, Dad?
My name is Barry Allen. Hello, John.
Do I know you?
You're not wearing your ring. Things must be different here.
Barry, where's there?
My Earth. Earth 90. I've traveled from there to warn you.
Warn us about what?
His name is Mar Novu, but he calls himself the Monitor now. He's been unleashing the Book of Destiny across the multiverse to test different Earths.
Test them for what?
A crisis that he believes is coming. Novu thinks the Elseworlds, created by the Book of Destiny, approximates the collision of realities that we're facing.
Guys, we got a situation.
Cisco.
That's him from the vibe.
Mar Novu! You're gonna stand down. You're gonna use that book to help us set reality right.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have placed it in Deegan's hands if that were my intent.
Enough! You will not do to this Earth what you did to mine.
I admire your persistence, Barry.
He says you were testing us.
And thus far, I am unimpressed. A crisis is imminent. Someone is coming. Someone far, far more powerful than myself. I mean to prepare.
By giving a nut bar an all-powerful reality rewriting book?
I am testing universes to find one. I hope strong enough to stand against him.
You're causing chaos, and you're blaming everyone else.
In the hope of finding the champions that would save the multiverse entire. You are the first of those I've placed under fire who have managed to retrieve the Book of Destiny. For all the good it did you.
Enough of this. Kara?
Yeah, I'd love to.
You show potential. Let us see if it's anything more.
Earth 90 Barry coming
Yeah.
back and talking to the group, and it'll be right there. But what happens after that is once Earth 90 Barry comes back, he talks to the crew, and then he looks exactly at John Diggle and he goes, "Hey Dig, it's been a while. I see you're not wearing your ring." Because in Earth 90, John Diggle becomes John Stewart. Basically in the comics what happened was with Green Lantern. And once he becomes John Stewart, he gets the ring and becomes Green Arrow or Green Lantern, and pretty much carries the legacy throughout. Because if you saw in this future era with Mia, William when they're older, and then all of them, you heard about John Jr.
Yep.
Then you heard about the other one, I can't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about? The one that was helping Mia.
Yeah. William and
It was William.
John. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
I forgot.
it's John's second son.
Yeah.
We'll leave his picture. And also,
See, that's the thing.
we never heard about John Diggle.
Remember when Barry time traveled, right? John had a daughter,
Yeah.
and then he has a son too.
Yep.
Cause he had to go back and fix it.
That was after Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause he can still have a daughter.
John was supposed to have a daughter. Barry went back in time to Flashpoint. Then he
Yep.
went back in time again and then messed it up. Now
Again.
John has a son.
Yup.
Named him John Jr.
Yup. Yeah.
And then he ends up having another kid with I'm supposing it's Lila.
Hopefully.
Yeah, who knows? Actually, yeah.
Lila.
What happened to Lila?
Yeah,
too?
yeah. Okay.
What?
So, yeah.
There's so
dude.
many things going on with this.
Lila.
Lila?
She's working with Argus. She's Argus.
Yeah.
You don't know who Lila is. She's part of Argus. Yeah. And what was her name? The Argus leader before
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller. So if you ever watch Suicide Squad, don't watch it. It's not really good at all.
It really
It's
isn't.
not. There's another Amanda Waller, and she works for Argus, but it don't connect to like.
Which is stupid because
Yeah.
it should have connected.
It should, but yeah, but yeah, Lila, she's a leader now, like captain of Argus. They're like pretty much a secret organization. Like,
They're pretty much like Hydra in the Marvel universe, but
Yeah.
like the good guys instead.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But Lila, yeah, what did happen to Lila? But they still talk about her in the show, like as
Hold
Lila
on.
for help.
We're actually, I just thought about this. We're asking what happened with Lila, what happened with John, what happened with Thea? I mean, Roy's,
okay, so yeah,
Roy's back.
yeah.
What happened
So this
with
is what
Thea?
happened. Thea and Nissa and Roy, they all left to go find the other Lazarus
The
pit
Lazarus pits.
to destroy him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then that's when we figured out Roy died.
and
And
they
then
brought
he-
him back to
yeah,
life,
but
and then
the-
Roy came back. So Nissa and Thea are still looking for the other Lazarus pit.
Well, no, because he said after that was all done, he goes, I'm gonna go clear my head, but he was gonna go back with Thea. And
Yeah.
then
But then he went back to.
he
Star
came
City.
back after all that went down.
Yeah.
And when he came back, he was talking to Dinah and them, but he never mentioned what happened with Thea or Nissa, because I mean, in that time frame, it was like what? It looked like 7-8 years maybe in
Yeah.
the future. No,
It was 20.
like 20.
2018?
Yeah.
No, 2019.
It was like 2019 when that happened, and Mia would probably be around like what 22.
Yeah, 2022.
So we'll say it was probably like a 25-year jump
Yeah.
about.
Yep.
And they had to find all the rest of the Lazarus pits
And destroy him.
and destroy them. So what happened with Thea and Nissa? Are
That's a good
they
question.
in the?
It's a good question.
Are they in the Crisis of Infinite Earths, or maybe just
maybe,
Thea?
maybe not. But
I actually want to.
also, what if? Cause remember and when Mia, William, and all of them, when I forgot his name though, John's son, they went into the slave like Deathstroke. If you don't, it's like
the
a
Deathstroke's area.
area. They went in there. Where's Slade Wilson at?
Ooh,
That's his name.
And where's his son?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, I think they killed his son.
Yeah,
I think
they
they
killed
had
his
to
son.
kill his son.
But
But
where's
Deathstroke?
Slade?
Where's Slade Wilson?
And then like what happened? Like how did he make the Deathstrokes? Like,
Yeah.
And why did John Jr. join them?
Yeah. Well,
Was it to get back at his father?
because
or?
his brother gave him a mark on his
Yeah.
chest, so he was originally part of his brother's group, but then he went to Argus like his dad, because his dad worked for Argus.
Yeah.
So therefore, John's son, I think he has two sons.
Yeah, John has two sons.
Yeah, he has two sons, and then the older one marked his brother with the Deathstroke symbol on his chest, so he's with his brother. But the people that chased him in the show, they was like, and his brother told the people like, oh, attack him and get him, because they knew that he was trying to take something, which is weird. But question is, where's Slade Wilson at? Because Slade Wilson, he's decent. He's smart. Slade Wilson is really smart. Yeah, he's strong. He's fast.
He's pretty, everything.
Yeah,
the
pretty.
Mirakuru changed him.
Yeah. The Miracle really changed him. It was a drug, like a strong drug, but he had no control over it.
Yeah.
Roy was injected with it. Roy was injected with it.
And that's why Oliver thought when he killed the police officer or the guards, he thought it was Mirakuru, and then right then and there, he goes, "When did you die?" And then that
Yeah.
part got me there. I was
Yeah,
like, "Boy, died?"
Yeah, I was like, wait,
Wait,
what? How did you know? How did I not know this?
Yeah.
Because I remember.
But then when I went back
So-
and saw it again, and I saw him like take out the anger. I saw like I realized
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, it is the bloodlust because
yeah,
like
Dia
that was the
had-
first
it
time
happened to Dia
that happened.
and
yeah,
Sarah.
Sarah happened too, where they got knocked out, and then all of a sudden, boom, like did a Undertaker wake up and just,
Yeah, started attacking. I was like, oh snap! I'm like, what? Yeah, Mirakuru, whatever how you say it.
Mirakuru.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It was supposed to make you like a super soldier.
It was like the Japanese had it to make like super soldiers in
Yeah,
World War II,
like if you know,
but it never ended up getting used.
It's not gonna connect to Marvel at all. But
No.
if you know Captain America, he became a super soldier. So it's
Actually,
Mirakuru was supposed
hold
to
on.
do that.
Was that like a certain type of Mirakuru though? Because
Yeah, pretty much.
because in the comics of Marvel, where like the Captain America comes in,
Mm-hmm.
I think they called it because Mirakuru was
oh yeah.
because Mirakuru was called Hope, right?
Yeah.
Like that, like in the name. And then in Captain America, they actually called what he gave him Hope. So
Yeah.
was it like just a form of Mirakuru that you were able to control? Thanks to our cameraman.
Yeah,
showing us some
camera
funny
right
stuff,
there. Yeah,
you
funny
know?
stuff. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
What do you think about the new Team Arrow though? I like how the roles flip
Oh my!
because
You saw Mia when she was using the arrow.
that's what
Yo,
I'm saying,
she was kicking
the
butt,
roles
man.
have flipped because if you saw in regular the regular Team Arrow, Oliver was Green Arrow, Felicity was Overwatch, and then everybody else.
Mhm.
Now it's Mia
Will's
Green,
Overwatch.
yeah,
he is
Mia's Green Arrow, and then
John's son is pretty much Diggle.
yeah,
the
and then,
artist.
what's her name? Renee's daughter is
Oh,
Black Canary.
yeah, Black Canary. I forgot her name.
Me too.
Yeah.
But she, you know, this will be for viewers, 10 and up.
Yeah. She
Huh?
bad too. She's bad. Mia bad too.
Oh yeah, I know.
Mia,
That's
did
not
you, okay, did you see Earth 2, Laurel? You didn't remember? Cause
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she went back to being Black
Canary,
Canary.
yeah,
When
when
she
I-
got the.
When I saw that, I was like, at first that made me,
I'm
that
like-
made me break down in seconds.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
was like-
oh, Laurel, but I'm like,
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
mean,
I'm actually happy now.
Because she was originally bad. She was Black Siren.
Yeah, she was Black Siren. Now
She
she's
came
Black
back-
Canary.
Yeah, Black Canary, and then she got the wig and everything back.
I
I'm
was like, at first that hit me hard because it was like, oh, Laurel, I
Yeah.
was like, nah, that actually is cool.
Yeah, I
like
was
they
like-
actually changed her.
I was like, finally.
What's his name? Who came out of jail after Oliver said he would help him? He was pretty much like the Wolverine of the DC universe.
I know you're talking about. He got the
Yeah,
claws and stuff.
Yeah, but how he turned from bad to good and like helped Oliver,
Mhm.
Oliver in the mouth. Oh, that was actually cool.
I forgot his name.
I can't remember his name either. Again, pictures will be right behind us
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
I definitely want to talk about like speculate or like what might be happening in the coming season because for Arrow this is the last season that they're gonna have, season 8.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 10 episodes.
Yep.
Flash, it's gonna be going until season 8.
Yep.
Supergirl, I think Supergirl's gonna end after season 6,
Yeah, I think so too.
and then DC
Legends of Tomorrow. I think they got like
2 more seasons left.
Yeah.
About because there's not really much that you can do
Yeah.
with that. But then I think they're supposed to start like the Batwoman series is
Yeah.
coming, but I think they're also gonna start incorporating like more like Aquaman. I really hope they do like a TV show about Aquaman and that.
Yeah.
And then
I hope so.
hopefully with like all the Crisis stuff over, then they can form the Justice, like the true Justice League.
Yeah, that I hope,
Because-
hopefully. But see, I think that DC is more better with TV shows
Then they are
than
movies.
with movies.
Because I think about it, if they would have made the Justice League into a TV show,
It would be
and then
better.
had Grant Gustin play the Flash, because I'm sorry DC if you're watching this, I know you're not probably,
Yeah,
but if anybody who's
Grant-
a DC
yeah,
fan,
Grant
Grant
is the
Gustin plays a
best-
better Flash
best Flash
than
ever.
whoever played Flash in Justice League. I don't even know your name. That's sad.
Yeah,
Because like with Grant Gustin, you know who he is. You know he's
Yeah,
Flash.
yeah.
Like he's
in the
just
Arrow,
Flash.
because the original Justice League, like in the
it was
like,
supposed to be
Arrow, Batman, Flash,
Wonder Woman,
Wonder
Superman,
Woman,
Supergirl,
yeah,
Aquaman,
Yep.
all the
Cyborg,
yeah,
all
Cyborg, all of them pretty much.
Yep.
And
yeah, just
they only had like what 5, 6 of them,
Yeah.
and then they had like the suckiest Flash ever, and like
Yeah.
the lightning didn't even match. The lightning was blue.
Oh yeah, that was like Zoom.
I'm like Zoom.
I'm
like
like,
what? How
Yeah,
you
I was
gonna
like,
do
nah, I
that?
didn't like it. Oh, so you remember this? So remember the old guy that came 1990 in the Flash? The other Flash in Elseworlds, that was Barry's dad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't his actual dad, but it was Jay Garrick, pretty much, as a Flash. But there's two.
The one from Earth 90?
Yeah.
No, yeah, his name was Barry Allen though. It wasn't Jake Garrett.
Yeah.
He was Barry
Yeah, his
Allen.
name was Barry Allen,
but from Earth 90.
yeah.
Just like again from multiverse.
Yep. I don't know what the cameraman just said.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You know, we're gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah. Also, when Dawn, so when he made a time remnant, but then put himself back,
Yeah.
right? I never thought that he could do that. But the thing is, that's a future one. So how did he get back to the future?
So okay, I know how Barry starts off the episode. He's like, "I'm Barry Allen. I'm the fastest man."
Yeah.
Is Dawn really the fastest man alive?
Yeah.
Cause like.
Yeah. Dawn,
In that
Dawn's
fight
faster.
scene, he was running, and then next minute
Yeah.
just splits into
Okay,
two and
yeah,
comes
so-
back. Like, come
so-
on. He like
so,
ran
yeah,
to the
I seen
future,
that.
came back, and then
He said, "Oh, so he originally had the ring, which was Barry's ring,
"Yep."
but he took it. So he took the ring out, shot
And
his
put the
suit
suit,
out.
yep.
He ran, and then
Hold on, before we get into
he
that,
said, "Let me see." He's like, "Let's see how much your father taught you." And then he was gone. I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then he's running all the way up here. Barry's right behind him, but like far back a little bit. Then Nora's behind Barry, right?
and then she actually splits off because there's
Mhm.
another E-bar,
Yeah,
and she thought that
two.
was him, and then
They both split. I was like, y'all know he's about to lead you into a trap.
But I actually want to talk about one thing, right? Why couldn't they show Barry and Nora, or even Barry, I don't know who did it, manipulating time? Because they reversed time. They didn't.
Oh yeah.
They
I think they
didn't-
both did it though.
Yeah, but I think Barry can do it by himself.
Yeah.
They didn't do that justice. They just showed like, hey, they reversed time. They didn't show how it was done.
Yep.
And all you heard was E-Bar say, like, it looks
He was
like,
like just in time.
well, he was, yeah, before, like, right when you, the dagger was
Yeah.
missing. And then once they saved everybody else, he goes, it seems like you learned a few tricks.
Yeah.
Could they use the reversing of time in their favor? In
Yeah.
Crisis of Infinite
Yeah.
Earths?
But see, the thing is, Barry might actually be the fastest because, like, if you see when he goes like Mach 4 or whatever, he could do it on his own. He just gotta get that motivation. Like,
He pretty much needs his woman telling him, you can do it.
yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
that's pretty much it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to use this term. Iris is his Viagra to stay fast.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
That's the best analogy I could give.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much
But
what it is.
He's fast. Like,
Yeah, he is.
like when he needs to, but he's like super fast.
If he, I was going to say, if he was super fast, you know, the whole Savitar thing wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have saved HR, man.
Oh,
Too
yeah.
soon,
Yeah.
HR, man.
Yeah. When I see the drumsticks fell, I was like,
Yeah, when I
was like,
I really
it's
thought,
HR.
I really thought that was Iris at first. I was like, nah, and I shut my TV off, and then my friends were like texting me, they're like, turn it back on, and then I was like, what? And I saw the drumsticks fall. I was like, nah, not HR.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, I wouldn't have mind Iris dying because then it would have actually brought, you know, the comics into fruition.
Yeah.
But the fact that HR died, I'm like, wow, that's even worse. Like, HR was everybody's friend there.
Mm-hmm.
But Cisco...
See, okay, so what happened? So remember Barry went to go talk to his future self, which was Savitar.
No, it wasn't Savitar yet.
No, it was. Because then he said...
No, okay. So, when Barry went to the future to talk to future him, that was the one that lost to Savitar already. That was
Oh,
the
yeah,
one,
you're right.
That
Yeah,
was
you're
the one
right.
that already...
You're right, yeah.
Savitar was not Barry. It was a time remnant that...
Oh, that died.
That
died.
well, that was supposed to
That
die,
died.
but something happened,
Yeah.
and, you know, everything messed up.
He
once
must
you
have
get
went to the
Flashpoint.
multiverse.
Probably.
Because Zoom wanted to destroy the multiverse that Barry made time remnant.
Yeah.
So his pulse went up. So that probably was still Barry going up.
Yeah.
And then that probably makes sense. That's probably
Because
what
that was when you know, he was like, you can't save her. I've tried. You know,
Yeah.
nothing happens. And then, or maybe they.
But no,
hold on.
But I thought he said he was like, no, that was me talking to you the whole time, because I wanted to kill her because you made me kill myself. That's what I thought he said.
Well, no, okay. So all right. So it was basically when Savitar came and talked to Barry. When Barry finally realized who Savitar was, when he goes, you know, the reason why you know this is because you're me.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying like, oh, I was a time remnant that was supposed to die.
Yep.
But then you went back in time and created Flashpoint, which then screwed everything up.
Yeah,
And now
that's what happened.
And then you made
Yep.
me pretty much kill myself and then erase myself from existence. But he wanted to pretty much be the Flash. But Iris, Joe, and all them didn't want to accept him. So that's when he became Savitar.
Yep.
Because he was just a time remnant.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when he became Savitar and tried to kill Iris and all of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
But Crisis of Infinite Earths.
And then
maybe in I want to throw out this one theory. Maybe in Crisis, you know, maybe when they try to fix the timeline, Barry goes back to that moment with Iris and them, and then reverses like the time.
Yeah.
Like uses that trick. I think.
But see,
I think they try to fix everything that Barry and Oliver and all of them have done in the timeline. Because I think that's why Crisis of Infinite Earths is happening, is because of what Barry, Oliver.
Well, no, it's happening. Well, yeah, it is happening because kind of
the timeline,
of Flashpoint.
Yeah,
a little bit of Flashpoint. But
a little bit of
every time
Flashpoint.
Barry goes back in time, and messes up the timeline.
Yeah.
But also, it's also happening because of Eobard Thawne.
Yeah,
Because he said the timeline is malleable, and he said he's the only speedster that can manipulate time.
So when he does that,
Which
it
is
messes
true.
with the timeline.
Because then he had told Nora to go help Barry
destroy the satellite,
which
then
created
a Savitar in that
cicada.
time, or
A second cicada.
I said Savitar.
Yeah.
Second, a
He created
second
a
cicada.
second cicada, which had the dagger because he knew the dagger was on him
So he needed
Yep.
the dagger to
get free.
like pretty much be destroyed.
Yeah.
But then once they had, what's his name? The first cicada take the cure.
Yeah.
That's when Eobard sent Gracie,
Yeah.
the older version, down there, and that's when all that happened.
Yep.
And I you know what, when Ralph first came into the team, I'm like, who is this guy? This guy's not even gonna be funny. I praised Ralph because he was the only one who
Yeah,
saw
he was the
right
only
through
one,
Eobard.
dude. He was like-
Sherlock didn't even see it happening. Ralph was like, wait a minute, she didn't have the dagger in the future.
Yeah.
Eobard Thawne talking about this plan, Nora being with all this, and he goes,
Yeah.
the dagger is Thawne's plan.
Yeah. I was like, how did I not realize that?
I was like, oh.
Yeah. Like I thought the
I
thing
for-
that he had on his chest was like a vest or something, but
I thought that was the power dampener itself.
yeah, I was like,
And then I didn't realize the dagger was underneath it this whole time.
yeah, I was like, what? And then
But what's it
so
called?
remember when
I really
the
thought,
older Gracie disappeared?
yeah.
I was like, I think Nora's about to disappear too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
when
was connected.
I knew once that Gracie disappeared, I'm like, all right, Nora only has like a couple hours because even though Gracie disappeared first, when you're a speedster, everything tends to be slow for you.
Yeah.
But you're like everything else is fast,
Yeah.
for you, but everything catching up is slow. So when they went to go fight Eobard and all that, he knew that it was Nora's time, and that's why he kept them running.
Maybe Nora's faster though,
Maybe.
because she did go through the negative speed force,
But yeah, she did.
and
but-
she got Barry and Iris
Speed.
and Dawn's speed.
yeah.
So she might be the fastest.
But can we should we talk about Dawn having a kid and Barry and Iris having a boy?
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys read the comics, I know a lot of TV shows don't go with the comics,
Yeah.
but in the Flash comics, Barry and Iris never had a daughter.
Yeah.
They had a
So,
boy,
Yeah.
and I forgot what they named him.
Um.
Wasn't it Henry?
Yeah.
They
It was
named him
Henry. Yeah. It was
They named
Henry.
him Henry
Yep.
after the father because that's why they named.
Mhm.
Okay, so they had a son named Henry, which became the Flash. He became the Flash.
Yep.
After his father, and for Thawne ended up having a daughter,
Yep.
and because he despised Barry so much and he knew how to get Barry mad and all that,
Yeah.
he named his daughter Nora.
Yeah.
So you had Henry and you had Nora fighting each other at all times. So it was pretty much like Thawne and Barry,
Yeah.
but now it was Henry and Nora.
Mm-hmm. But,
and Thawne knew how to get in Barry's head,
mhm.
and it was pretty much like, I like how they changed it to where Barry had a daughter named Nora,
Mhm.
but now that she's gone, I think the son
Yeah.
Henry's.
They
gonna
were
come
saying
to
that
play.
Nora was supposed to come back.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you see when Thawne was talking to her while he was in the cell, he was talking to Iris though. He was like, I love her like I had a daughter. Right?
Because he knows he does, and
Yeah.
names her Nora, and that's
Yep.
actually. And they were gonna bring the actor back. I can't remember the actor's name, but
Um,
she was amazing playing Nora.
yeah, she was.
They were gonna bring her back as Nora again,
Yep.
but they said with the
As,
twist,
Yeah, as
so,
Dawn's daughter.
as Dawn's daughter.
And then in the comic book, they're called like something Thunder something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what
You
you're
know
talking
what
about. I
I'm
can't
talking
remember.
about, But it's
It's
Nora
crazy.
and like 2 other people.
Yeah,
But they're like powerful.
because they have the negative speed force
Yeah.
in them and all that.
Yeah.
But Crisis of Infinite Earths is definitely gonna be something to
Woo.
watch out for.
Yeah.
We will learn more information. Like we are just speculating most of this stuff, but like most of the stuff we were saying is true. We've watched the episodes,
Yep.
but for Crisis stuff, it's definitely speculation.
Yeah. You have to see Elseworlds to understand
Yes, you do.
everything. And
Because the Monitor, he plays a key role in this.
yep.
Even though there's a bunch more monitors, we're only focusing on this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's like they're like the most powerful beings
Yeah.
in the world, but they're pretty much the Watchers. Like that's what
Yeah.
they watch over the timeline, all space-time continuum, all that.
So they're the Legends too.
Yeah, so I think that's why it's gonna be like the biggest crossover. It's gonna be a lot of money spent on DC side,
Uh-huh.
but it's gonna be a lot made
It's
because
gonna be good.
with the TV shows, DC is amazing. I don't know why DC's so amazing with TV shows but not movies, and with Marvel they're amazing with movies but not TV shows.
Yeah. It's pretty weird.
But
But yeah, they always been good with TV shows.
yeah,
Like if you saw the cartoon Teen Titans,
oh
that's the joint.
that's
All
what
right,
I'm
did
talking
you
about.
see that? You saw the ending of Teen Titans Go?
yeah.
They're supposed to come back. Hopefully, me and my
I
cousin
don't know if
waiting
you
for
saw what's it called at the end of the Batgirl trailer. Not at the end of the Batgirl trailer they had like a little scene
it. Mm-hmm.
of Robin
Yeah.
turning into Nightwing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Robin Knight. Yo, I'm telling you, my cousin. I'm telling you right now.
Because that was when
he
Batman.
said Robin's his most like the best DC character ever.
Because that was when Batman actually adopted
Mhm.
Robin
Yep.
as his son,
Mm-hmm.
and then now he was missing for 3 years.
Wait
a second! I just
You ever
realized.
seen the the Titans movie, the Titans show, the new
No,
one that just came out?
I have to watch it.
If you watch it, you see Robin say this. He got so much bloodlust too, like Thea and Roy and all them.
Lazarus Pit.
Oh look, I don't know, but see, maybe it do connect, but I don't know.
I just realized. Have you played Injustice 2?
Yeah,
It connects with the storyline because
you're right, it does.
if you play as
Oh,
if one person plays as Nightwing and one person plays as Batman, in the dialogue in the beginning,
They
you
talk.
you hear Nightwing say, "How you gonna come back now after you've been missing for 3 years?"
Yeah,
And with the show happening, Batman's been missing for 3 years,
yeah,
and that's when Robin becomes Nightwing.
you're right.
So Injustice was setting this all
Oh
up.
snap! Oh,
Injustice, I give you props for that. You were setting it all up, and we
snap.
didn't realize it.
Yo!
But
Oh, that's crazy.
oh my god! But we're gonna end it here.
What if Robin's in Batwoman? Because they're both in Gotham City.
Yeah, they are.
Oh!
This is.
We're gonna have to come back.
Yeah, we're
y'all.
gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to make
Tomorrow,
another one.
Sunday,
Yeah, we're
come
gonna have to
back,
make
y'all.
another episode because this is definitely something we gotta keep talking
Yeah.
about. But Comic-Con is coming up soon, so we have a lot of stuff with that, with all the shows. And Batwoman should be coming out soon with the Comic-Con trailers and all that. So just stay tuned. We'll probably be back in the next couple of days and break down some more stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Sheldon and Will with the Rundown 5.
All right.